The Story of Us was released in 1999. This is directed by Rob Reiner. It's written by Jessie Nelson and Alan Zweibel, with a cast including Bruce Willis, Michelle Pfeiffer, Colleen Renison, Jake Sandvig. We also have Rob Reiner, and we have Betty White. It's because of Betty White that I became aware of this and wanted to watch this. It sounded interesting. This is the first film I've seen with Rob Reiner in it since his passing, which was about 8 weeks ago at the time of recording. So that was a little painful. I've seen a few films that he's directed since then, but this is the first one I've seen him in, and that made it... well, I wish I'd waited a bit longer, put it that way. But nevertheless, the film itself is decent as a one-time watch. It wasn't perfect. I don't think I'd watch it again, but I'm happy enough to recommend it. It's about two characters called Kate and Ben. They're in a relationship, but after years together, it's not going so well. Are they meant to still stay together, or will they go their separate ways? It's a fair enough concept. It's a decent narrative. There wasn't really anything in the narrative that I loved, but I did like the characters. I think individually they were interesting enough, and together I certainly was interested in their relationship, so that worked really well. The supporting characters are all great. We have great performances across the board, and there's quite a range of emotions in this to keep things interesting as well. We have some lovely sets and locations, good camera work and lighting, some good music too, and in general, it was an okay film. I am willing to admit that were the cast different, had I not been aware of anybody in the cast, I would have liked it a little bit less. The strong cast does make it, for me, a little bit more interesting, but it still would have been a decent enough film, and as I said, as a one-time watch, it was an interesting enough experience. And if it sounds like a film for you, primarily if you're interested in anybody in the cast, then I'd say give it a go. The narrative works well, but the characters in particular were really interesting with some great performances. The technical aspects were all fine as well. And in general, not a bad experience, and I'm happy enough to recommend it.